Hey everyone, this is Rob from Revelation Rain, coming at you with another video as we go through the entire track listing of our most recent album, Day of the Lord, which you can kind of see part of the album cover right there on our YouTube channel. Day of the Lord is our second CD. We recorded it earlier this year. I believe it was March or April that we went to the studio. And we spent 6 or 7 days recording and then 3 or 4 days mixing. We took a little more time with this record than we did the first one because we wanted to try out some new sounds and just experiment with different instrumentation and miking, whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I did a video earlier today about We Are the Night. And the reason I'm doing another one so soon after, although it won't post until Wednesday, so when you watch this it'll be Wednesday, is because I'm going to be out of town for a few days and I want to make sure that these videos continue to go up. So, as we progress through miking techniques, that's the word I was looking for, miking techniques, okay? Sometimes it takes a minute for my brain to catch up to my mouth. Anyway, as we move through the track listing of Day of the Lord CD, so far we've talked about Holy, we've talked about We Are the Night, and the third track is Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms. And this was a track that JT brought in. He had all the musical components for it and the arrangement worked out. And when he brought it to rehearsal, when he played it for us, we knew instantly this was a killer track. It's just got that driving guitar. It's got a driving rhythm to it. And once, Grant put the drums to it, and Marty, of course, adds that bass, it was thumping right along. It was a great song. It still is a great song. But, when we first heard it, that was our initial thought was, this is a great song. So we asked if he had lyrics for it, and he said no. And he asked me to put some lyrics to it. And so, no problem. I said, yeah, I'll definitely work on some lyrics. And I remembered, when I got home that night, I remembered that I had this title, Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms. And I had never really written a song around it, but I had the title. And I always thought, it's just got a unique connotation to it. It's just, I just thought it was a really catchy title. And there's so much you could do with it. And sure enough, when I sat down to write the lyrics, as I was listening to the recording we'd made at rehearsal, the lyrics just fell into place. I knew exactly where I wanted the song to go, lyrically. And, Hand of God was with me. The lyrics just fell into place. And probably within 15 minutes at most, all of the lyrics were in place. So the next time we were at rehearsal, I brought the lyrics in and I handed out lyric sheets to everyone, and JT said, I really like these lyrics, which is good. It's a huge responsibility, I think, when somebody asks me to put lyrics to their song. I don't take that lightly. So I was glad that he was pleased with the lyrics. And the next thing was, well, who's going to sing it? Well, since I was the one who wrote the lyrics, I knew the phrasing, how it needed to be, how you would need to sing it in order for it to fit what music JT had written for it. So for the first couple of rehearsals, I sang it. But I knew that my voice wasn't right for that. It's a heavier song, and I thought, I think someone else needs to sing it. And then we started throwing ideas back and forth, and it may have been Grant who said, why don't we do something like each one of us sing one of the verses? And again, that's harkening back to Kiss, a song like Shout It Out Loud or God Gave Rock and Roll to You, where there's different people alternating the singing on different parts of the song. And so I thought that was a great idea too. And so the next time we had rehearsal, we brought it up to JT and Marti. We're like, why don't each one of us take a verse and sing this? And Marti said, well, I'm not I'm not ready to sing lead yet. I'm gonna pass. So then we're kind of like, okay, well, maybe we could split up the 4 verses between the 3 of us or something. And so we just kind of went back and forth for a couple of weeks. You know, at rehearsals, I'd continue to sing it, but half-heartedly. Not that I didn't like the song, I love it. But I just knew that my voice alone throughout the whole song just wasn't the sound that we needed. And the ironic thing is the one guy who didn't want to sing even one verse, Marti, ended up singing the whole song. He came to us one rehearsal and he said, all right, I'm going to give it a go. I've been singing along with the recordings we made at rehearsal, so I've got your phrasing down, Rob. I think I can do this. We're like, great, this will be cool. Let's try it out. And he nailed it. And his voice is perfect for that song. Marti really stepped up to the plate doing the lead vocal on this song. So it's unique. It's the song, you know, the music is written by JT, the lyrics are written by me, and then Marti does the lead singing. So it's just kind of a neat little scenario how that worked out. So once we had that in place, you know, the arrangement was there, the music was there, the lyrics were there. Our lead, you know, the lead singer, Marti, was going to be the lead singer on this song. Everything just fell into place after that. And when we went in to record the song, we already had an idea as to the song listing that we wanted, the order of the songs. And as I've said before, you know, the first track that you put on a CD should set the pace and the tone for the rest of the album. And that's what Holy did. And then in the previous video, I talked about how, We Are the Night, being the single, makes sense for it to be the second song, is the one that you use to capture your target audience, but also to reel in some new people who don't typically listen to this kind of music. Look, the great thing about a band like Quiet Riot, when they released Mental Health and Come On Feel the Noise became this huge hit, what happened was it was heavy metal getting a resurgence, okay? But also it was drawing in people who typically didn't listen to that type of music. That's what Quiet Riot did. That's why their album went to #1. That's why Come On Feel the Noise was a #5 song. Okay? So that's the point in having your single appeal to as many people as possible. You draw them in and then they latch on to other songs. So after they listen to a song like We Are the Night, you need something that reminds everyone, especially the people that are hardcore fans, why they came to this party in the first place. So track 3 needs to tie in very closely to track 1. Okay, this is just my line of thinking. So Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms is like the next musically logical successor to a song like Holy. They both have a driving beat, okay? So it was obvious that should be track number 3, which is an important position, especially on a record that has 14 songs. Because we always think in terms of albums, vinyl albums, side 1, side 2. So when we put this track listing together, we're looking at, okay, this is side 1, track 1. And when we get to song number 7, that's going to be song number 7 on side 1. And when you flip the record over, you got side 1, you know, track 1. So that's how we set up the positioning of the songs when we go into record for a record. All right. So track number 3, when you have 7 tracks on one side, this one's nestled right about in the middle. Track 3 and 4 right in the middle. And this song, again, it takes you back to why you came to the party in the first place if you're a fan of this kind of music. And that's track number 1. Okay. So track number 3, Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms, it made sense. And also, not only that, but the first 2 songs I'm doing lead vocals on. So by the time you get to track number 3, it's nice to be able to highlight someone else who also sings lead. Not only that, but Marti's first time singing lead. So it was perfect positioning for the CD. It made sense to put it there. But yeah, when JT first brought that song to rehearsal, we knew this was going to be a killer tune. We knew it was going to be a monster. And once the lyrics were in place, the arrangements, and once we had Marti on lead vocal, it became the monster that it is. So that's the history for Splitting Hairs, Splitting Atoms. Still one of my favorite tracks on the CD. It's a pretty straightforward song, but you need that. I mean, Holy is a straightforward song. There's nothing complex or scientific about it. It's just a straight ahead track. And like I said, track 1 and 3, they need to join hands because you have that slight deviation with your single on track 2. So tomorrow, or whenever I get around to recording actually, but by Thursday, we'll talk about track number 4, Omega Man. All right, everyone. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Again, if you want to buy this album, if you're one of those people that likes digital downloads or streaming, more power to you. We distribute through CD Baby, so you can go to Spotify, Pandora, Amazon, Apple, all the different platforms, like over 150 platforms all around the world. Okay, you can go to any of those platforms and buy our album digitally. Or if you're old school and you actually like a physical, tangible copy of the album, we have it on CD. Nice jewel case, nice packaging. You can get that for $10. All you have to do is email revelationrainonline@yahoo.com. All right? And you can order the CD that way. I think that's it. All right, everyone. Take care and God bless.